Hello each and everyone, and welcome to the webinar where we'll be discussing videos in our classrooms. What for? I'll tell you later, but now let me introduce myself. I'm Daria. I'm a teacher with a 10-year experience from English kindergartens to corporate language trainings. Proved my advanced level, have designed communicative courses for Lingualeo, graduated from Moscow American Academy of Foreign Languages, speak French and English. Now let's return to our question, what for? We are to talk about videos today. At first, to be familiar with problems in usage. Secondly, to find out why our students find videos as something appealing. To learn how to choose videos, and of course, what activities we as teachers may try out in our lessons. You may agree, even raise your hands for, we all do use videos on our lessons for various purposes, for sure, I believe you. But it doesn't always end up as something sufficiently productive or even logical. So it's high time to show you one of such unfortunate examples. As an intro, let me note that you will hear a teacher asking a student to watch a video. Please listen attentively and mark what are the problems. As the problems may be with the preparation, the instructions, or the post-viewing discussion. So let's dig into.
So now, if you don't mind, I propose you to entertain a little bit and we will go to attachments. And I propose you to watch one video. It has just appeared. It is Jay Larson, wrong number. Can you click on? Okay, I propose to stop for now and to discuss a little bit this small show. What would you do in this situation?
It's very difficult for me to say because I don't think that I would that I can find myself in such a situation.
Okay, I see. So now we are going to our final part, and I propose to discuss what we have done today. So we have discussed it like qualities of.
Finished. So how are things? So what are your thoughts? Preparation, instructions, or post-viewing discussions? Actually, there are several problems with this viewing activity. Ready? The first one with the preparation. There was no sufficient preparation, like what, where, why do you think so? What is the video going to be about? Why exactly are we watching it? What am I supposed to pay attention to while watching it? Are there any words or facts that I have to pay attention to? To tell you the truth, we are puzzling our student even more when given videos without any questions afterwards, any tasks. Here is the second one. The teacher didn't guide the student's attention in. So the activity itself was totally ineffective. Got it? Follow me, I have one more. And the most serious one is that there simply was no post-viewing activity. None, nada. There was no rumination over or thinking over the reasons. Why we're watching this? What we're gaining from this video? Why didn't we just do any other exercises, any other activities on any other skills? Was it helpful somehow? Just watching. It wasn't really. It is never really, honestly. Remember the workshop on listening skills. The more TED Talks you're watching, never helpful it turns out to be, indeed, to gain the listening skills. Why not to summarize the whole thing having been said in only one but very long sentence? When we have no preparation, no specific tasks, and no post-input activity, then the whole input whether it's audio or video or text, all of them end up being cloaked, mushy information for our student. Believe me, and it's never really beneficial for our student in these cases. When working with videos, we definitely need to remember about we have to do preparation activities. It's also essential to know here about a possibility to work with visual part of a video apart from an audio one. For example, to pay attention to the gist or to the accents, it's the audio part of the video, whereas the emotions in videos themselves are the visual part. All of that lead us to the implication that those procedures you may see on your right side of this display are wrong. You just cannot ask a student to watch as many TED Talks again as possible, or just watch the videos and to be fine with it. Just bear in your mind that working with comprehension is the minimum that you can do with any videos. To tell you a secret, it's possible to go beyond and work with all the parts of the video, not just talking. Actions, as walking, singing, in the videos may seem in our case as something useful. To train present continuous, for example, why not to? Before we set off our journey into the activities, funny games with videos, let me ask you one simple question. Why? Why giving videos, as there are so many tricky things, pitfalls all around, but still we're using them, or we are inclined to use them in our lessons? What do you think? So let me explain why. I'm sure you will agree on it. It's truly so that if we compared the comprehension of visual and textual information, we would find out that, firstly, visuals are processed much faster. Secondly, we live in the 21st century with our students being of Generation X and Z. It makes us to be aware of the fact that visual information that is memorized by younger people goes easier. It comes up being attractive to pay attention to. Visuals are easier to respond to, as they illustrate ideas and generate more interest. Specifically talking, you may agree that all videos provide models for learners' output, if the video is authentic. Phrases in use, accents, manners, so on and so forth. Videos can be different in genres. That gives freedom to choose with your student whatever we like. They can contain plenty of information, linguistic, factual, let's talk about universe, fellas. And finally, they would be suitable for both viewing and production activities. Now, more questions. How to choose videos? Can we use random ones? Can we? The answer is no. And for more concrete answer, let's move on. At first, all videos are always level appropriate. Our motto number one: the more linguistically difficult a video is, the higher the level of our student will be or should be. Motto number two: the more factual or based on facts video is, then the stronger the critical skills of our students are. For example, if it's a philosophical video or knowledge on some specific facts or theories, make sure your student will like it or is always open to different experiences. Video material is something that's interesting for a student first. When choosing the video for our lesson, better to think about what can we do with it in advance. If it suits our students' goals, interests, how can it be helpful for our goals of a lesson? The last, but never the least, is the point on length of our video material. And here rules pops up itself. Production activity should be longer than the video itself. For example, a 3-minute video length equals a 3-minute viewing speaking. Now, if you got interested and you're thinking where to find videos, then you can check them out in a media section, like it is displayed in here, or a news course on our platform. 100% sure I am you're thinking about some auto resources, as there are gazillions of them out there, well-known, well-spread. There are always some buts, legal restrictions, as we can only use those videos that have a special license for commercial use, CC or Creative Commons license. Alternatively, you could use resources that our school has a partnership agreement with. For example, Russia Beyond YouTube channel or Learning English TV. So a bit of commercial. Attention. During our meeting in workshop, you will learn and practice how to find videos with special license. Thank you for your attention. Now, therefore, viewing is important because our students are daily dealing with multimodal texts. So they need to learn how to understand them to become more effective, active, critical thinkers, to be able to participate fully in society. Viewing, as well as our lessons, may help our students to develop the knowledge and the skills to analyze and evaluate visual texts and multimodal text with visuals inside. Viewing actually helps students acquire information and appreciate ideas and experiences visually communicated by others. In the output of our lessons, we get our student as active viewer, who, according to the Canadian Common Curriculum Framework, ask themselves, first, what is the text representing? How is the text constructed? 3. What assumptions, interests, beliefs, and values are portrayed by the text? What is the purpose of the text? To whom is the text directed? What is my reaction? What causes my reaction? What personal connection and associations can I make? So, we have already mentioned that videos are one sort of input, just like listening. And let me ask you now, how is watching videos similar to listening activities? What do you think? The framework is actually the same. We always do pre-viewing, pre-listening, where we introduce the idea of the material or let a student to find out the idea himself. We predict, we may like it or not, idea or video. In the middle, there is an action. And here we set tasks, we work hard, we find answers. For a final part, we have a post-production. The first 2 steps have already helped us to make some deductions on the material. Now we are ready to compare and brainstorm, to reject and confirm freely, knowing the words and the phrases and the gist. Actually, we are nothing without these stages. Remember, nothing. It's high time to see throughout the possible activities I've prepared for you. Honestly, all of them work pretty well. Here are the blocks with the names inside. Videos for productive activities is the first block with such activities. Every second counts. 3 C's or 3 S's. How do they seem? How do they sound? VTS, running commentary, discussion on the topic. The next block is with videos and games. Never have I ever, or 5-second rule. And here is our first activity. From now, you see all the procedures in front of you. I am making the intro, the action, and the post-viewing activity with you right now. You will see the procedures in front of you. I'm making the intro, the action, and the post-viewing activity with you right now. Ready? Let's get the ball rolling. So, dear colleagues, I've prepared a short film with 60 clips where each is lasting for 1 second. Interested? So, the name of this video, according to the official source, is Beauty of a Second. First, let me ask you, do you agree that a second can be beautiful? Could you remember any of the happiest moments, the most emotional moments, let it be, of your life? At least 3 of them. Pretty difficult, I'm sure, but I remember a smell of my favorite flowers I got for my birthday. A flavor of the most tasty ice cream I've ever had. I truly remember. But if you can come up with some ideas right now, let's watch the film for 30 seconds. We're restricted for time. And please, attention. Try to identify the moments. For example, the girl is running, the bird is singing. What did you see? Let's try it. Thank you. I believe it's very catchy. I have shivers all over my body. So, what did you see? If it was a lesson, I would give you one more time to watch it. But here, you can see as teachers, you can see the questions to ask your students. For homework and for actions in the classroom, they're the same. What did you find beautiful? Why did you choose them? These 5. How do they make you feel? What exactly made you feel these emotions? Music? Eyes? What kind of music was it? What was the emotion in these eyes? Now, note, it's better to tell your student why you're watching this video, this or that video, the reasons. And here is one of the possible reasons. We are becoming active viewers, developing critical thinking, so essential nowadays. And as a post-production, you can tell your student to think a second of something beautiful in his life. Find photos to share with you in class, or to use digital format after classes, camera to make some shots. Bring them in class and ask the same questions. To brainstorm, of course. So running commentary is pretty the same. You choose the clip, You may slow it down to 0.75 speed to make it suitable for any levels, even for your beginner. You choose the video mostly without a sound, or you may mute it. You may leave some subtitles, actually. So you are saying to your student, you're going to watch a film, and please, you should say, what is happening? Like somebody is playing the piano, a child is running, or the girl is sighing, she is flying her kite, or she is flying her plane. So to make it comfortable, make it slow. And as a post-production, you may ask your student to make some retelling or write using present continuous. Now, here you see the 3 C's or 3 S's framework. You need to find the clip which takes place in one setting and has interaction between 2 or more characters. Write in notes, story, setting, sounds, characters, colors, and camera. You may have some small questions as hints. For example, story, what about, setting, where, sound, any, colors, what, characters, who, camera, close up or long shot. So, and ask your student to write anything he saw in this video under these categories. Play the film and brainstorm. You may use these questions either about 3 S's, story, setting, sound, or 3 C's, character, color, camera, to ask. For example, what do we learn about the characters through what they say, through what they do, through visual clues? What are the colors? How do the colors make you feel? Were there any close-up, medium, or wide shot in the scene? And if there were, what emotions do they represent? Can you think of any adjectives or phrases to describe these emotions? What story does the film tell? What happened before and after? Prediction we're using. Where does the action take place? Does the setting lead to certain expectations? Is there any music? And how do the characters speak? As a post-production, you may ask your student to write a composition of the scene, brainstormed and analyzed together in the class. Alternatively, the learner chooses a scene from one of her favorite films and analyze it using 3 C's and 3 S's questions. Now, how do they sing? We also use the video, but in this case, we choose the video with a character speaking clearly and distinctively. We do not show the video, but sound. And we write in our notes, age, height, build, hairstyle, clothing, accessories. Pretty good to use after lessons with appearance, right? Ask the learner, what information can you obtain from the way a person speaks? Tell that your student is going to hear, but not see, and imagine what the speaker looks like. You play the film and give your students some time to make notes on the speaker's appearance. Now you are exchanging ideas and you show the video. For post-production, you can ask your learners to choose one of their favorite film characters and write about their physical appearance and personality. Now, how do they sound? Looks the same, with the speaker's distinctive speech. We also make a list of emotions in our notes: angry, bored, confused, envious, any you like. You also can ask your student to add some adjectives to recall some background knowledge. So you tell your student that he is going to hear, but not see again, a short film. Listen and circle the adjectives which describe the character's emotions. You show the video and ask, would you still use the same adjectives to describe the characters? As a post-production, you may ask your student to create a description of one of the characters in the film he likes, maybe. Now, VTS, or visual thinking strategies, that helps us to gain those critical skills. As a pre-production, you can select a short film, show a screenshot, like in here, ask a student to come up with a narrative according to the stuff in the picture. Ask 3 open-ended questions. What's going on in the picture? What do you see that makes you say that? What more can we find? And of course, make your student be ready for your confirm and rejection. Tell, you're going to watch a short film, and would you still describe the screenshot like you did before? Now, this one I like very much. We choose the subject of our lesson, like in here, habits. We find what student might like. We understand the subject of the video, just the subject, not words, not any words, as there is no need to ask about the content or repeating what the speaker is saying. You show the video, you discuss. Would you like to try 30-day challenge to break out of the routine? And as a post-production, you give your student to think. How would his life change if he accepted the challenge from the video? Or to make a list of habits your student would like to change. Give your student to think, what would he replace them with? And imagine if it changed his lifestyle or not. Now, videos for games block. Here is the simple procedure. You just say that you're going to play a game, but you need rules. So you show the part of the video with the rules and have your student explaining the rules, and then play the games. So here I have 2 examples, never have I ever or 5-second rule. So thank you very much for coming. I hope it was very interesting for you. Please come to the workshop. We will be practicing together, even these games.